Hi, kids. I'm Buzz. I'm the morning guy, the radio host, the DJ on Rock 92.3. That's 92.3 on your FM dial. And I'm here at the radio station called Forever Communications, where we have 3 radio stations. We got Rock 92.3, which plays classic rock music. There's our van. Look. That's the rock van. We also have Froggy 104.1, which is the country station. By the way, keep an eye out for Mr. Froggy. We can't find him. Just Mr. Froggy's around here somewhere. If you see him, yell out really loud and say, there he is. And also the TJ Network, which is a network of stations that do talk radio. They talk about politics all day long and stuff like that. First of all, let me show you our tower. Right here at our building, we have our giant radio tower. It's 600 feet tall. Yep, that's what 600 feet looks like. That metal tower is covered with all kinds of transmitters and other electronic gadgets that really, I don't understand any of that stuff or how that works. I just talk on the radio and play music. That's all I do. But also, see, there are wires coming down, if you can see, from the top all the way down. They go from the tower down to the ground. They hold it in place and keep it from falling over. A little bit later, we might show you the bottom of an old tower that was here that did fall over from a tornado. This tower is not going anywhere, though, because it has those wires that are really long, and again, I have no idea what any of this stuff does. Let's go in. This is our building here at Forever Communications, which is the name of our company. Come on in and I'll show you around. This is the front office. It's just like any other office. We have a receptionist and we have... There he is. Remember, whenever you see Mr. Froggy, yell really loud. Point and say, there he is. Come on. Anyway, this is our office. Here we have regular office stuff. We have computers and we have, oh look, meeting rooms where people meet and, I don't know, drink coffee. I don't know what they do in there. Again, I just talk and play records. Now, we have a clock. If we go this way, let me show you some other. See, there's people, nice ladies that work at the office. There's a fax machine, you know, regular office stuff. People doing work, some kind of strange paperwork. They sign papers all day and file things. I don't know why. Are we going in here? Can we go? This is the boss's office. The boss is in here. Oh, boss!
Hello, children at Nova Elementary. Hopefully you'll grow up and decide to work in radio, and you can come and work with us at Forever Communications.
What bosses talk about all day, they talk about money and how to make more of it. You know how bosses are. You know Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob? Every boss is exactly like that. Here's our news department. Here's where we come up with all the news, like today. This is our news director. His name's Ron Haney. We also call him Rockin' Ron Haney, or what's your other name?
Radar Ron.
Radar Ron.
That's right, because I know news. Huh?
Well,
Okay.
Hey, Ron, tell the kids at Nova Elementary about coming up with the news. How do you make up the news?
We do. We just make it up. It's all just a bunch of lies. No, actually, we have lots of sources online that we go and we get our news stories from. We rewrite, we tweak, we run references, we call people, we get what's called actualities or recorded reports from these people that are making the news stories. We put them together, we give them to all of our stations, we give them to our live talk show hosts, and they report on them. We do several newscasts every day from 5:50 in the morning until 9 a.m. in the morning. Then again in the afternoon, John Schofield, our news anchor, does newscasts starting at 3:50 on through about the 5 o'clock hour. So we have a lot of news stories every day that we come up with and make them available to our listeners, and that's why they call us news guys.
Now look, one of the fun things we have here is we have chairs with wheels on them. I don't know if you've ever seen these anywhere, but I hear these only are available at radio stations. Kids, look. The snack machine is open and unguarded. Oh, no, it is guarded, actually. He's refilling the snack machine. We'll have to go around. The place is huge. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Okay. Now, I guess you want to see how we actually do radio shows, how we make radio programming. Right over here, see? It's the Rock 92.3 control room. Jody,
Yeah.
on the air right now is Jody Austin. Jody, say hi to all the kids at Nova Elementary.
Hello, how are you?
It's their career day.
Woo, cool.
Now we want to show them how you do a radio show.
Okay.
First of all, we have our control board. This is a mixing board that has all the things like the microphone right here. Look at this microphone. It has a wacky thing that keeps it from making noise when you touch it. That comes in on that very first red slider right there. So when you slide it up, it makes it louder. Pull it down, it makes it quieter. And we mix all the sounds together we want to make.
And don't forget about the headphones. Gotta have those.
Yeah, because if you had the speakers going while you were talking, what you were saying would come back through the speakers and go back through the microphone, and it would feedback. And ever seen a movie when somebody talks in a microphone and goes, that's what it would do. So well, she's busy doing this radio show, so we'll let her get to it. But we'll show you some more about how we make the shows in just a moment. We also have production studios, which are just like the on-air studios, but that's where we make commercials and make other things that we play on the radio. So when we record commercials and things like that, we use this program that's called a Cool Edit. It's an audio editing program. It's very cool. And you can do fun things with it, like, let me record this right here. Let me use this microphone. I'm going to record, Hello, Nova Elementary. Very simple. I just said, Hello, Nova Elementary. Now, I have a recording of that now. Let me play it for you. See, here's the digital version of what I just said. Hello, Nova Elementary. And see, that line goes around as it plays. Now, the fun part is, then you can take that with this program and you can change it around and goof around with it like this.
Hello, Nova Elementary.
Or you can make it go, Hello, Nova Elementary. Make it say it really fast or slow down as it goes.
Hello, Nova Elementary.
Hi, I'm Tadpole from Froggy 104.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to show you my half of the studio, the Froggy 104 part of the station. We'll let Mr. Froggy lead us in. Come on in, kids. In here, we have the Froggy 104 station, and this is where the morning splash happens, which I am a part of. Also, Sally Mander does middays, and she's got the Froggy lunch bunch at noon, so your parents are going to love that. A lot of chances to win. We're decorated with frogs all over the studio. We've got a hanging frog right here. We've got more frogs that listeners love to send us. Over here, we've got our board, and it looks much like the Rock 92.3 board. All the microphones come in over here. You just push those up and turn them on, and then we can talk on the radio. And again, the headphones. You can never do without your headphones in radio. So, that is what happens in Froggy, and we've got a phone ringing, and I think I've got to let Sally Mander take that call. Sally?
Hey!
Well, to run a modern radio station in the modern day takes a lot of computers and a lot of technology. This is a room called the rack room. If you listen, there's a lot of electronics going on here, a lot of fans and things like that to keep all this stuff cool. I don't really understand why we have all this stuff either, but look, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 computers. There's, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 2 or more over here. There's like 15 computers just in this one room. We've got a lot of computers in this building, but every one of these components that you see in these racks that they're screwed into are all essential to keep all the different radio stations on the air. These are all controlled by computer, and there's a lot of these are satellite receivers where we get programming for our talk stations from satellites that we would then rebroadcast. As you can see, a lot of technology and work involved to get everything from that microphone up to that tower to broadcast out to your radio. And the funny thing is, there used to be a tower right here behind the building that we're going to show you that was hit by a tornado in 2005, I think? Or no, 2003. In 2003, a tower that had been here since the 1940s was hit by a tornado and knocked over. It didn't have those wires coming off of it. And even though it had been there since the 1940s and it was made of really thick steel, tornadoes, as you know, very powerful, knocked the entire tower down into the woods here. Fortunately, there's no houses there. It didn't hurt anyone. But boy, it sure could have. Here's one of the bottoms of the tower. The tower had 4 feet. Again, this had been here since World War II. Battleship steel, they call it. Look at the size of these bolts. I really want to get one of these off and have it for a paperweight or something, but they're not coming off. They've been there forever. Look how thick this steel was. I mean, it's like 1.5 inches thick. It's unbelievably heavy. And there's the other foot. And there's another one. And there's another one. And that tower also went up about 600 feet. It fell that way. And again, thankfully, nobody was hurt. But here's a bunch of satellite dishes where we get programming from all over the world. And then we rebroadcast it. So, a lot of technology.
I don't know if you can hear it too well, but in the background is the faint sound of grinding coffee beans, one of the staples in radio. You can't do radio without coffee. We've got to be awake. Looks like Mr. Froggy's filling out some production forms. Right here we have our news anchor, John Schofield. You heard Ron talk about him. That's our anchor, John Schofield. Hard at work, gathering news. Yes, in here, Tim Forrest, our production director. He's going to talk a little bit about what goes on in making commercials.
Well, of course, the first thing you have to have is a script. And the salespeople will bring us information on a script, and we'll type up a script. We know how many lines and things to give us a 30-second or a 60-second script. And then we start recording. We get the microphone. You can see I'm working on some recordings up here. Working on a recording for a bank commercial where I just had someone come in and record this part right here. A lady came in and recorded that. Up here we put the music, and then whenever we get ready to put it in the computer to play on the air, we can do this.
At First South Bank, we believe banking is a personal relationship business. When you need a loan, it's personal. So you want to have a personal relationship with your banker. You want a banker you can trust and a banker who has the skill and knowledge to structure your loan like you.
So you can see how we do commercials like that. It's also the way they record songs a lot of times. Each one of these little tracks you see on here, and when they record songs, will be one will be a guitar, one will be drums, one will be keyboards. That's the way they do things in recording studios. We do it basically the same way here.
All right, now that you've stopped yelling, come on back. We're going to go to the sales department. Buzz mentioned earlier that the sales department is really what makes radio work, in the sense of we can't function if we don't have any money, right? Well, here's where it all happens. Again, the sales department is very empty right now because they're out making money. So come on back, let's talk to our general sales manager, Eric Jewell, and he'll tell you a little bit about what goes on in the sales department itself.
So what we try to do every day is make sure that we, send our people out with specific information that's going to help them expand their business. Okay, we want them to spend money with us, but we want them to increase the traffic in the store traffic in their business. For instance, if it's a restaurant, we want their lunch or breakfast or dinner crowd to increase as a result of spending money with us. If it's a car dealership, we want people going in and buying, whether it's used or new cars, or if it's Walmart, we want people going and shopping at Walmart. So 2 things happen. Number one, they spend money with us. 2, they increase the store traffic in their business. And number 3, which is most important, we keep the employees paid that we employ at the radio station.
Well, that just about wraps up the tour. We're just going to make our way back around. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for just a little bit. It's been a pleasure showing you what we do and how it works here in radio at Forever Communications.